Instead of saying they're sorry after they hurt you, narcissists will often act viciously to get you back. Narcissistic people are infamous for being master manipulators who leave their victims in a state of emotional distress. Why their activities continue to have no repercussions is perplexing. Do they have a heart that is free from sin? Are they conscious of the seriousness of their bad deeds? Contrary to popular assumption, narcissists are aware of the distress they cause in others, but they lack emotional response and empathy, making them unable to understand your suffering. Their failure to empathize is the cause of their inability to establish lasting connections. Instead of a personal attack, damaging you appears like a possible alternative for their achievement. Because of this, narcissists frequently fail to recognize the detrimental implications of their behavior and struggle to appreciate the concept of morality. Keep in mind that they are not attempting to hurt you specifically. They are attempting to outclass your engines. When there is proof linking an alleged criminal to the crime yet the person goes unnoticed, how do you handle the situation? Narcissists shamelessly overlook the gravity of the situation because they lack remorse. Their response can range from giving in to their initial actions, downplaying their effects, to completely distancing themselves from them. How someone responds to disappointments or mistakes in the past says a lot about who they are as a person. Narcissists' steadfast lack of regret for their actions leaves their victims with no room for perspective or regret. Instead, they take advantage of each claim by acting in an exploitative manner. Narcissistic people frequently persuade themselves that their behavior is acceptable by using justifications to escape accountability for their acts. They give in to their destructive egocentric tendencies by believing that their actions are just punishment for the victim's flaws. Even when no harm is intended, narcissists' explosive temperament causes others to mistakenly interpret their acts as threatening. They take use of this to justify their extreme measures for protection or to justify their own ill will toward others. Narcissists frequently use callous insensitivity in an effort to devalue others. It's difficult to tell whether they're serious or joking when they say offensive things and give weak responses. They seek to discredit people and their deeds in order to demonstrate how deeply they despise others. When a narcissist's dishonest lies are believed to be true, they purposefully shift the responsibility on the other person, giving the victim the impression that they are the real offender. Their inhumane behavior produces this kind of deception, which ultimately results in disastrous outcomes for their victims. Narcissists often try to forget their past wrongdoings in order to clear their names, by placing the responsibility for their wrongdoings elsewhere. For instance, narcissists point the finger at others to make themselves look better, efficiently presenting a false narrative of the circumstances. They are able to convince themselves they are the victim and exonerate themselves of their misdeeds by doing this. It's hard to remember earlier events precisely because of their persistent lies and falsehoods. Because of their callous indifference, narcissists commonly cause confusion and misinterpretation. They employ these practices to downplay the effects of their mistakes and to justify their wrong behavior. By doing this, people put the blame on others rather than accepting accountability for their own actions and separate themselves from the repercussions. Narcissists have no sense of responsibility or guilt for their actions. Instead, they swiftly provide hollow apologies in an effort to appease their victims and avoid further scrutiny. However, narcissists are eager to distance themselves from anyone who has the temerity to bring up previous grievances since they detest appearing frail. They merely use their fake apologies as a disguise to get out of their tight circumstance without accepting responsibility for their mistakes. They resume their previous behavior as soon as they are let off the hook. It's crucial to hold narcissists accountable for their actions and to keep an eye out for their tendencies. Refuse to accept their illogical defenses or offensive remarks. Keep your attention on the facts and demand that they take ownership of their actions. Allowing them to embellish the truth and minimize the grief they've brought around will simply encourage their destructive behavior. Narcissists will go to great lengths to avoid anyone who tries to go against what they expect. It's time for us to make it clear that we won't put up with their sleazy tactics. Expecting narcissists to atone for their transgressions is fruitless since they lack sincerity. Because of their obsession with themselves, they think they are immune from criticism and are free to act however they like. However, we must explore this subject. This video's conclusion is that narcissists are people who manipulate other people and cause them emotional pain. They are aware of how frequently they are in flight, but they do not intend to personally hurt anyone. They were unable to develop lasting relationships or see the immorality of their actions due to their lack of empathy. Narcissists do not feel regret or exhibit guilt when confronted with proof of the harm their actions have caused. Please share your experiences in the comments below with those who explain or rationalize their horrible actions. I appreciate your kindness and consideration. If you want to receive notifications of new video uploads, be sure to subscribe to this channel and enable the notification bell. Thank you for being here. We really appreciate it.